Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Elizabethtown Sports Park for tonight's 17th District boys soccer action. Tonight's ball game has the 0-4-1 John Hardin Bulldogs taking on the 4-2-2 Central Hardin Bruins. We'll go down the starters first for the visitors on the scoreboard under coach Daniel Ruiz. It'll be Isaac Baker, Ahmad Hamad, Ferris Katout, Jake Owens, Manolo Roman, Michael Sweeney, Ethan Pena, Laith Hasune, Corin Wingate, Eric Morano, and in goal tonight for John Hardin will be Jacob Weiss. For Central Hardin, Cade Badstibner, Ryder Bowman, Nolan Thomas, Case Van Blyenberg, Micah Brown, Micah Chenault, Alex Lennon, Zachary Allen, Noah Goodman, and Ricardo Turinge. Central Hardin won the flip and will have first possession of the game. In goal tonight for Central Hardin will be Aiden Allen. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Lennon will play it back. Time to Chenault, now across to Ringy. And now they'll play it all the way back to Allen. Sends it to the outside. Chenault with it. He's going to send it up the right side. That's going to go out and it'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Sweeney to throw this one in. Down the line, trying to get it to Baker. Chenault will kick this and it'll go out and be another throw-in for the Bulldogs. It'll be Roman this time to throw it in. Jake Owens with it in the middle. That one's taken back by Thomas. Thomas will play it back. Gets it to Allen, Zachary Allen. Back to Chenault and sends it across for Terenge. To the far side. Tried to squeeze it up there now. It'll be Goodman who has it. Takes it past midfield. Going to send it forward. Van Blyenberg was chasing after it. It looks like it was Bulldogs that kicked it away. And Allen comes out to pick this one up. He'll roll it out to the outside. That one will go to Badstibner. To Goodman at midfield. Trying to squeeze it in there to Thomas. Now they'll reset. Badstibner with it. And again poked away, that time by Pena. They'll play it back to Allen again. To Lennon, to Rengi, outside now to Badstibner. So misplayed. Katout sends it back the other way. And getting it back again is Goodman. Going to send it up. Katout will track it down. Try to get it to Owens. Goes out, throw in for the Bruins. Badstibner to throw this one in. Headed back out of play. I'm going to throw it down the line. Crossed, trying to get it to Bowman. Van Blyenberg and Bowman there. Hasuni there for the Bulldogs, and that one's cleared out. I believe that was by Owens. Turangi heading down there. For the Bulldogs, it's Romano. That goes out and we a throw in for the Bruins. Badstibner to take this one. Oh, that was a foul, sorry, free kick. Pena trying to get it forward. Bowman going to get it that time over to Thomas, now ahead. Trying to get that one to Goodman. And sent back up by the Bulldogs. Again, possession going back and forth through the middle of the field. Chenault will play this one back to Aiden Allen. Ferengi now with it to Lennon. Outside for Chenault. Romano had a foot on it, kept trying to keep it on that end. A foul, and it'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Owens will come to take this one. That would sit into the goal. Gotten to, I believe that was by Chenault. Bowman will send it out. Thomas sends it to the outside. Gets it to Goodman. Now John Hardin had possession. Taken away by the Bruins. And Bleinberg into the box. Ball taken away and then cleared by Pena. Chenault going to try to keep it on this half of the field. Now to Zachary Allen. Now Lennon in the middle. They'll get it to Thomas. Thomas going to try to get it up. Shot. That'll go over the goal and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Owens will take this goal kick for the Bulldogs. That one bounced up in the air. And Bleinberg with it now. Heads down to the corner. Roman on him. Ball kind of free. And Bleinberg gets it back to Lennon. Lennon going to send it to the other side. Bad Stibner now with it. Goodman back to Thomas. To Lennon. Poked away that time by Hasune. Now Bad Stibner down in the corner. Gets out there for the Bulldogs. That one not cleared. So it went off of a Bulldog. Now went off a Bruin. Out of bounds off the Bulldogs. It'll be a throw-in for Central. That'll be a foul. Free kick for Central Hardin. Lennon to take this free kick. Like just a two-person wall. Low and in. And Alex Lennon from distance on that one. About 20 yards out. Goes in the left side for the first goal of the night. 33-11 to go in the first half of play. On the free kick. Play it back. Sweeney now going to play up the right side, trying to get to Wingate that time. Chenault will play it all the way back to Aiden Allen. Lennon now with it outside to Bad Stibner. To the middle. Outside for Goodman. Owens closes quickly for the Bulldogs. It goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Bad Stibner to throw this one in. Trying to get it to Brown. Ball headed around. And there's a shot that'll go wide left. It'll be a goal kick for John Hardin. I believe this will be Jake Owens to take this one. Central Hardin keeping it on this end most of the game. We are early on, just 8 minutes into the ball game. Owens gets it, he's going to try to lay it off. A foul called on Central, free kick for the Bulldogs. Roman to take this one. Oh, now he walks away. It'll be Owens that takes it. He's hit towards the box, headed by Hasune. Bad Stimner clears it out. On the far side, Goodman with it. Now gets it into the middle to Thomas. Now Bowman with it. Going to try to get it to the outside. John Hardin gets it back. Baker now with it. Now Central again with possession. Thomas. And sent back the other direction. Bad Stimner will get to it. Pressuring them is Romano. That's going to go out off of Central Hardin. It'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Goes out, throwing for the Bulldogs again. Hasane to throw this one in. Plays back. Owens comes to get it, loses it to Thomas. Now he's going to try to get it ahead. Goodman now with it. It goes out off of Owens. I'm going to throw in for the Bruins. Bad Stimner comes up to take this one. Sent across the box. It's almost all the way through. Sweeney will clear it for the Bulldogs. Chenault now with it. To Zachary Allen. The ball tipped away. To the middle. Baker going to send it down the right side. Trying to get it to Hamad. Hamad gets past Bad Stimner. Going to send it to the top of the box, trying to get it to Baker. Baker turns. Taringi sends it away. Now Hamad gets it to Roman, and that's sent back out. Sweeney has it for John Hardin. Van Blyenberg there for the Bruins. To the outside. Roman with it. Sends it to cross. Bad Stimner heads it. Linden pops it straight up in the air. Hasane heads it out. Katout tries to keep it on this end. Sent back towards midfield. Pena sends it to the outside for Katout. Sends it down the line. It goes out and be a throw in for the Bruins. Alex Argenta checks into the lineup for Central Hardin. Owens has it for the Bulldogs. Try to drop to the outside. Bad Stimner gets it right back for Central. To Van Blyenberg. Now Hasune keeps it for John Hardin. They have a foul on the Bulldogs. It'll be a Bruin free kick. Thomas going to send it over to, was going to go to Lynn. Chenault now to go to Lennon, who gets it outside to Zachary Allen. Bowman plays it back. Chenault right back to Bowman. Lennon now. Splits two defenders before Sweeney sends it back. Roman with it, he'll send it down the center of the field. Aiden Allen comes up, is going to play it outside of the box, just taps it in the air. Not able to control it really where the Bulldogs off of that. Bad Stimner gets it to Lennon. To Thomas. Gonna send it to the right side, trying to get it to Brown. Sweeney there for John Hardin. Brown comes back with possession. Brown line still with it as he dribbles it across the field to Thomas. Nice shot with the left hand. It's in the upper left-hand corner. Micah Brown with the score. And with 27:01 to go in the first half. Makes the score 2-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Play that one back to the center. Chenault now with it. To Bowman. To Brown, tried to lay it back. That one goes out, throw in for the Bulldogs. Sweeney to throw this one in. We get that one to Baker. It goes out. It'll be a throw in for Central. Camden Reed to throw this one in. Trying to get it to Argueta. Sweeney there. That one's going to come up here near us. And saved by the camera guy. A couple of substitutions for both teams. Corey Francis comes in. Comley comes in for Central. Francis in for John Hardin. Comley tries to get it forward. Francis will send us back near midfield. So it goes off Roman. Lennon going to get it over to Van Bleinberg. Turn shot and off the fingers of Weiss. And it goes over the inline. It'll be a corner for the Bruins. Lennon walking over there. Micah Brown jogging. See which one of them is going to take this. Quickly to get it into Lennon and try to get it to Thomas right back. Now it's going to be popped high in the air. Almost in. Ball right out in front. We're going to have a stoppage. We're going to have a penalty as a Bruin ran directly into Weiss, the keeper. I believe it'll be a yellow card. He did not issue or hold up a card. He just, I think, sent Argueta off the field. Oh, there was a handball. I'm sorry. I thought he was calling it as they just ran into Weiss while he was down there. It's be Nolan Thomas. Take this one. Shot. It's in on the PK. Nolan Thomas with his first goal of the night. 24-31. Now the score 3 for Central Hardin, 0 for John Hardin. I'd like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. Play it back to Owens. Brown with it now. Tries to chip it forward to Argueta. Lays it back outside Comley. And now Baker has it for John Hardin. And that'll be a foul, a free kick for the Bulldogs. It'll be Owens to take this one. Down the middle, trying to get it to Francis. Bounces there. Baker has it, and Aiden Allen comes out and grabs it quickly now, slinging it out to his left to Thomas. Sune out there for the Bulldogs. Van Blyenberg with it now. He'll send it into the box. Weiss will pick that one up. Lennon with it. He's going to send it towards the corner for Brown. That was a little too hard, a little too heavy of a kick. Throw in for John Hardin. Sweeney to throw this one in. Asune to Francis. Lennon comes back. That goes off of Francis. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Reed throws it in. Conley now with it. Pushes it forward for Argueta. Argueta tries to stop. Running through it is Owens. It goes off of one of his teammates. Brown now with it. Trying to find some room. Pena gets it and sends it back, but Chenault there to Lennon. Now to Thomas. Zachary Allen will drop it forward. Cross there. Brown off his chest to Comley. That one, I believe it was Pena who got, no, Sweeney who got to it. Kind of took the most of the run of that shot. Several substitutions in.
Go, Jonathan!
Throw in for Central Hardin will come from Reed. Comley. Francis there along with Roman. Roman now gets to it. Bland had a foot on. Now Thomas will get it back for the Bruins. Quickly that time into Kist. Just outside the 18 box. Weiss will come after this one and pick it up. Weiss will punt this one away. Chenault sends it towards midfield. Hasune there, but Thomas gets it back. Bland going to play it to the outside. Now we sent back the other direction. Chenault escorting this one. As Nice comes up for the Bulldogs. Aiden Allen right back to Chenault. Outside to Reed. Comley will play it back to Chenault. Plays it back to Aiden Allen. Teringi with it now. To Bland. To Thomas. That one goes out off of Central Hardin. It'll be a Bulldog throw in. Quickly getting it in to Hamad. Assuming unable to find any space there. Another throw in for Bulldogs. That one taken away. Argueta now with it for the Bruins. Chip it forward. Covey with it, plays it back to Argueta. Plays it back to Zachary Allen. Oh, sorry, that's not Zachary Allen. Argueta with it, gets just inside the box, plays it back to Bland. Bland going to send it across for Comley. Sends it forward, trying to get it to Kist. Kist cross. Bland there is cleared by Owens. Neese now there for the Bulldogs, but it'll be Reed that gets it right back for the Bruins. 18:56 to go in this first half of play. Central Hardin on top 3-0 over John Hardin. Good pass that time. Shot by Covey. Saved by Weiss. Heading near out of bounds line. Ahmad there for John Hardin. Terengi there for Central Hardin. That'll be a throw in for John Hardin. Ahmad picks it up. I believe it'll be Catout to come and take this one. Argueta will send it out to Kist. Lays it back for Reed. Reed going to send it forward, trying to get it to Argueta. Owens back there for John Hardin. That'll be sent into the box. Tapped back out. Kist sends it towards the middle. Comley now there. Thomas with it. Comley again. He'll take a shot there. It goes off of a Bulldog. Weiss will catch it. That one off the back of Sweeney. Weiss punts that one away. Weiss heads it over towards Wingate. Reed now has it in the middle to Argueta. Thomas now sends it to the outside. That'll go out. Throw in for the Bulldogs.
Central Hardin substitutions coming in as Bruin number 2, Cade Bad-Stibner, and Bruin number 5, Ryan Travis.
For Central Hardin, they'll be back in action on Saturday. As they travel down to Bowling Green, they'll take on Warren Central and Bowling Green. For the Bulldogs, their next game will be Monday, September 5th, as they will take on the Fort Knox Eagles. Rengi gets it to Conley, now back to Trebus. Ball kind of knocked around. Hasty will give it up for Reed. Back to Hasty. To Conley. Sends it forward. Reed there. Reed will cross. Chipped in the air. Headed. And just wide right. It's Kist. They're going for the header. Be a goal kick. Owens to take this one. Subs coming in and out. Now the official marks it ready. 14:48 to go in this first half of play. Trebus will head this one outside. Thomas now with it for Central, back to Renge. Bland has it. And that'll go out off of John Hardin and be a Central Hardin throw in. Bad Stibner quickly throws this one in. Gets it to Covey. And goes out off of Central, throw in. Another throw in coming up for the Bulldogs. Right down the line. Bad Stibner there for Central. Baker there for John Hardin. Asune tries to keep it on this end. Thomas with it. He's going to chip it to the outside. Reed will come and get it. Right at midfield. Back for Comley. Now outside to Hasty. Reed with it again. Sweeney comes over on the defense pressure. Reed back with possession, gets inside the box. Bland not able to get a good foot on it. Hasune clears it. Baker out there, but it'll be Terenge who gets it quickly to Hasty, to Comley. Now Thomas with it. Bad Stibner to Covey. Gets out there for the Bulldogs. Covey again with it. That'll be cleared by the Bulldogs. Trebus now has it for Central at midfield. Baker got to it, sends it forward. Nice is chasing after. They'll play it back to Aiden Allen. And now send it right back up to Thomas. Go to the outside to Reed. Getting it back was Wingate. Now Sweeney sends it forward. Conley there to get it back for the Bruins. They'll have a foul on that one. Roman a little too aggressive. Free kick for the Bruins. Okay, Bad Stibner will come and take this one. This one low. Owen sends that one out. It'll be a throw in for Central Hardin. Down to the corner. Pena there. As Reed was there for Central Hardin. Hasty now with it for the Bruins. Out on him is Wingate. Hasty will retain possession. Roman applies the pressure. Thomas now with it. Send it back out midfield. Terenge now has it. Trying to get it to Covey. That'll end up being a goal kick. It does. It goes over the end line. Jake Owens will take this one. 10:55 to go in the first half of play. 3-0. 3 goals tonight. One by Alex Lennon. One by Micah Brown and one by Nolan Thomas. Terenge gets it back to Thomas. Baker there for the Bulldogs. Now it'll be Conley will lay it back. Trebus sends it out to Reed. Now they play it back to Hasty. To Thomas in the middle of the field. To Bland now. They send it forward. A little too far out in front of Bad Stibner. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Ten minutes remaining in this first half of play. And we'll have a substitution. I believe there's 3 or 4 over there that'll be checking back in for Central Hardin.
Number 13, Micah Brown. Also coming in is Bruin number 20, Alex Nelson. Bruin number 9, Ryder Bowman. And Bruin number 16, Alex Lennon.
There'll be a throw in for Central Hardin. Bad Stibner comes up to take this one. Blyenberg with it. Catout on him. Pass to Lennon. Now Bowman will play it back to Trevis. Outside to Hasty. To Brown. Sweeney comes out for John Hardin. Kist trying to go after it. Pena there for the Bulldogs. Hasty will send it across the top of the box. Van Blyenberg had a cleat on it, but not able to control it. Owens now with it for John Hardin. That'll be it'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Owens will take this one. Nelson sends it back the other way. Owens again with it. Nelson and again possession just kind of going back and forth through the middle of the field. Brown not able to keep that one in. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Sweeney comes to take this one. Sorry, a throw in for the Bulldogs. Lennon going to send it out near midfield. Van Blyenberg there for the Bruins. Chips it to the outside, trying to get it to Nelson. Ahmad there for John Hardin. Have a foul on that one. That'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Reminder, tomorrow night we are back on the air. That'll be football action. North Hardin will host Manual High School. Kickoff time is scheduled for 7:30. Coach Paul Gray will bring you all of that action. Nelson with it. Mad Stibner now has it for the Bruins. To Van Blyenberg. Trying to chip it forward. Shot. Saved by Weiss. A shot from Bad Stibner. He usually is on the defensive end. Worked his way all the way to the offensive end of the field. Brown now with it. Roman comes over. Bowman now. That one poked away. Bowman will lay this one back to Trevis. Trevis going to play it all the way back to Aiden Allen. Linden now has it to Thomas. Sorry, no, to Nelson. Send it for him. It was a little too heavy. Weiss will roll over and pick that one up. Trevis will send it back the other way. Van Blyenberg with it. Kiss now there, trying to get it inside the box. And Owens will send it onto another field. So it'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Looks like it'll be Bad Stibner to take this one. Low line drive headed by a Bulldog. Trevis back to Lennon. One goes off Baker. Catout sends that one out. It'll be a throw in for Central Hardin. 5:17 to go in the first half.
Bruin number 12, Alex Argueta.
Catout and Van Blyenberg down there. Owens will send it back outside. Bad Stibner keeps it in play. Oh, they're going to say he went out, so it'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Chipping that one forward is Romano. This can go all the way into the box. Baker not able to get there quick enough before Aiden Allen picks that one up. He'll roll it to the outside. Terenge now with it towards the middle. Roman got it back for the Bulldogs, but Terenge again with possession for the Bruins. Chip it forward. Owens will come back to get this one. Van Blyenberg there for Central. Roman will play this one back. Catout sends it forward. Trevas heads it back in the other direction. Argueta. It's going to be off of Sweeney. Hasty giving chase. Wingate there with him. Cross. And that'll go over the end line and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs.
Central Hardin substitution coming in is Bruin, number 14, Micah Chenault.
3:20 to go in this first half. Owens will take this goal kick.
And Bruin number 0, Luke Hardesty.
Hardesty sends that one back to Aiden Allen. Chenault now with it to Nelson. Nelson going to send it forward. A little too heavy a hit on that one again. Weiss will pick this one up, punt it right back down the field. Up in the air, Baker heads it. And Hardesty, I think, will have a foul, and it'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Chenault will take this one.
Two-minute warning.
Down the middle of the field. Bowman there heads it towards the outside. Argueta gathers it in. A turn, shoot, that was well wide. To the right, and it'll be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Good turnout here tonight at the sports park. Again, Central Hardin, their soccer field is being rebuilt. So they'll play their home games out here at the sports park. Nelson now with it. Gets it to Van Blyenberg. Try to get it to Lennon in the middle. Bowman comes back. He'll try to gather control. Chenault sends it to the outside. Hasune there for the Bulldogs. Trying to get it in, and it'll be Hardesty that clears it out.
1 minute remaining.
It'll be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Roman heads down to take this one. Under a minute, 39 seconds and rolling. So about halfway out in the box, popped high in the air, and Aiden Allen will come under it. Allen going to punt this one down the middle of the field. It's going to go off Catout to the outside. Van Blyenberg races up to get it. 16 seconds to go. Nelson lays it off. Bowman trying to find it to Brown. Wingate, Francis gets to it. And Lennon play it back, and that will do it for our first half of play. Central Hardin will take a 3-0 lead heading into halftime. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville, online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of Exit 91 off Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We'll be right back in about 9 minutes with the second half of play.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is finally here. BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi from Brandenburg Telecom. With new Wi-Fi 6 compatibility and an app that puts you in control of your home network, get ultimate power and performance to every corner of your home. Set up and connect devices, pause Wi-Fi, and customize parental controls all from our BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi app. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Ditch your old wireless router and switch to BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi today.
I'm Jarrett Cox with HCEC-TV, and today I'm here with Brandenburg's Don McMahon. Don, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about Brandenburg Telecom. You know, you've had a long relationship with us here at HCEC-TV, and you've been in business for over 70 years.
Yes, our headquarters are in Brandenburg, and we have offices in Radcliffe, E-Town, and Hardinsburg. And we've, since the start of our company, we went from dial-up internet all the way to fiber internet. So it's a lot of changes in that time span.
Absolutely. You know, with all the things going on today, the faster internet you can get, the better it is. And I understand that you have a new Wi-Fi system.
We do. We have it's called BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi, and what that is, it's a new wireless router. So instead of you going to the store and buying a router and having to set it up yourself and make sure all the settings are right and maintaining that router, we do that for you. We provide that router, and this router is it's a top of the line. It's Wi-Fi 6 compatible. All your new devices, like your phones and iPads, they're Wi-Fi. They have Wi-Fi 6 capabilities, and what Wi-Fi 6 does is there's more connections and there's more speed to those devices. So that relates to less lag time in your home, because nowadays everybody's working from home, even from school, and even a lot of online gaming and streaming. So that Wi-Fi 6 really helps bring everything together where there's no lagging. So.
I know during the pandemic I had to work from home, and I worked in web administration, so I mean it was such a big help to have that Wi-Fi speed to be able to do all the work that I needed to do remotely. It's really the backbone. A lot of people don't think about all the stuff that Wi-Fi does.
Yeah, it's very important, especially to have a up-to-date wireless router. I mean, you could have the best internet in the world, but if you have a router set up wrong, or maybe a lower grade, lower quality router, I mean, your internet's only going to be as good as your wireless router. So we have the top of the line, and it'll help everybody.
And speaking of top of the line, we just cannot thank you all enough for all the support you give us. It's top of the line, and we would not be able to do all the live sports coverage that we do without your help.
Well, we enjoy it. We invest a lot in the community, not only in fiber technology, but we invest in the people in the community. And I think, when we do that, it makes everybody stronger, and, we're locally owned and operated, so we're here to stay.
Wi-Fi is just so important these days. People don't realize how important that is in a home.
One of our important features for BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi is it comes with an app on your phone. So when you get that wireless service, you can download an app and you can pause any device in your house. So if your kids are upstairs and they're supposed to be doing their homework and they're on their phone, you can touch a button and it would shut that Wi-Fi off to that device so they couldn't get to it. It also helps monitor your network from your home or business. You can cut off any device, and then you can do speed tests. You can set parental controls, and what that is you can set time limits on Wi-Fi access to your devices. So between 5 and 6, every Wi-Fi device would be shut off, and then after 6, it would turn automatically back on. So that's a neat feature, and especially these days, you need to keep an eye on kids and their interaction with the internet. So it is a handy feature to have.
It really is important. I think about how I have a young nephew that's about to turn 3 this year, and I think about how my sister is going to try to navigate trying to keep him safe in this digital age.
Yeah, you got to keep a close eye on them. So this app definitely helps you do that.
And speaking of the digital age, you have a new e-billing app.
We do. Everybody has one these days, and we just got ours. So you can download the e-bill app, and it lets you pay your bill online, of course. But you can also go back and look at your previous bills. You can manage multiple accounts. So if you have a home and business, you can go back anytime and see your past invoices. And it's just pretty handy feature to have.
So it's been a while since we've had you in studio. What are the future plans for Hardin County?
We've been building fiber in Hardin County for a couple of years now, and our focus is going to remain on Hardin County. Some recent areas we've been into lately is Rineyville and Cecilia areas, those surrounding areas. So, eventually our goal is to build out all of Hardin County. Hardin County is a big county, so it's going to take us a little while to get to everybody. I know everybody wants it, and fiber is so important, for everything we do in these days. So we will be eventually, but it's going to take some time.
People just don't understand how big Hardin County is. Somebody that doesn't live here, it just astounds me about how big it is.
Yeah, we cover Meade, Breck, and Hardin is by far the biggest county we serve.
Well, thank you again for everything you do for HCEC-TV. We would not be able to provide the live sports coverage that we do without you.
We're glad to do it. Thank you.
Well, I'm Jarrett Cox with HCEC-TV, and today we're very happy to have Kobe Gibson from Waddell's Auto Scrap Metal Recycling. How are you doing?
Thanks for having us. Doing good.
Can you tell me a little bit about your business?
Yeah, we're here in Eaton on 311 Steel Drive. We've been family owned and operated for 53 years. We provide all types of recycling for people, everything from washers, dryers, to cars, bulldozers, semi-trucks. Pretty much if it's metal, we can take it. So.
When I come up on the Kentucky Parkway on my way to work, I see a billboard for Waddell's with several lovely kids on it. Are they yours?
Yeah, the 2 girls are mine, and the boys are my nephews, so they were a good model for the billboard.
I mean, it definitely shows that you're family owned and operated.
Yeah, family owned and operated, and we all live here in Hardin County, and that's kind of like we like to put money back in the community and do stuff like that. So.
And we really thank you for supporting HCEC-TV. So what are some of the more unconventional things that you scrap?
Some of the larger stuff, that some people won't take. There's some yards that will not take. They don't have a way to handle bulldozers, unload bulldozers. We do industrial accounts, so we've got a roll-off service. We can set roll-off boxes to haul away the metal, but we can do anything from, something like I said, as small as a washer to we've picked up 60,000-pound pieces of scrap before for these factories here in town. And we like E-Town, but we will go anywhere. We've got accounts in Louisville, Western Kentucky, and stuff like that. So, and we also offer, like I said, low boy service. Pretty much anything you've got, we can get it picked up for you.
And that's so important because Kentucky is such a vast state, and having a family-owned and operated business that'll come and scrap your stuff is just so important.
Yeah, it makes it nice. There's a lot of people that have broken down vehicles that just don't have a way to get them to us. We've got a rollback for that, so all they got to do is call the office, and for a small fee, we'll go pick it up, and they'll get paid for it and make some money for it, and make it real easy for them.
So one thing I didn't know that you all did is you sell parts from vehicles.
Yep. So we keep it rotates the cars. We'll rotate them in and out when they get parted out too much. I mean, we've had as many as 1,000. We try to keep 500 to 1,000 just to have parts for people. At this day and age, as expensive as everything's getting, it's nice to be able to go buy a used part and save some money. So
you're telling me the next time that a deer attacks my car, I'll be able to go to your...
Yep. Hopefully we'll be able to have everything, and if not, we can look it up and find it for you.
So one thing also that I didn't know is you all recycle things like washers and dryers and refrigerators.
Yep, pretty much anything that's metal we take, and it's not just steel items. We take aluminum cans, batteries, copper, all that type of non-ferrous metal as well.
So I know that you're based in Elizabethtown. How long have you been in the area?
As far as in Eaton, it would go back to the early 2000s, but they've been in business for, like I said, 53 years. So did a lot of mobile car crushing back then. So it's just, but kind of got our roots here close to home now, and that's where we'd like to stay.
You know, and it's so important once you get grounded in a place to want to stay. And we really appreciate you supporting this local TV station and the local school kids by providing the live sports coverage and all the other things that your contribution helps us do. So thank you very much.
All right, we're proud to. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Regina Ryan, and I'm the Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television. And joining me today is one of our longtime sponsors, Sean Rich with eTownExterminating.com. Sean, you all have been with us since the beginning, and without your support, we couldn't do what we do. Can you tell us about the company and when it got started and the background of how it got started?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say thank you for this opportunity. We love to be able to be in this position where we can support Hardin County Educational Channel with all the athletic sports that we can. We feel like it's very important to do that. As far as our company, we are actually celebrating our 45th year this year, as of this month. Mm-hmm. And we're really excited about that. But as far as the company, we are a full-service exterminating company. We take care of termites, general pest control. We take care of from bed bugs to spiders to, like I said, termites to mice, whatever pest control that you need.
And how many employees do you have?
Currently, we have around 36 employees.
For those who haven't used your company before, what should they expect?
Well, we do, as far as general pest control, we do a monthly service, and we will come to your house and service the house, but we do a lot of exterior service, but we also go on the inside of the house.
Your services are available for both taking care of what happens inside your home and outside your home. So in regards to a client reaching out to you, what should they expect when they come to do some service inside the home for termite control, roach issue, bed bugs, all the things that happen within the house? What should they expect?
When a technician comes to the house, they will inspect and they'll assess what needs to be done. Everything that will be done will be told to the customer prior to the treatment. We do have protocols in place with everything going on with COVID right now. We will wear a mask, we'll wear gloves, we'll sanitize our tanks, our hands, everything. So we make it as safe as possible for our technician and for the customer.
And exterior is wise.
Yes, we do a lot of service on the exterior. When we assess the property, we'll see where insects are coming into the building. We will make treatments on the outside, but also we'll make recommendations to those customers. If there's something that needs to be sealed or caulked, or a door jammed, or a sweep on a door needs to be fixed, then we'll tell the customer about that.
Now, besides that one-time service, it's really important to do monthly.
Yes, we have a monthly service. What we do is we assign that customer with a regular technician. Majority of our technicians have been with us for years, so you'll have the same person each time. But they'll give you a call the night before, set up a time for an appointment. They'll come out, they'll service. If you have any problems in between services, all you have to do is give our office a call, or we give the customer's direct line to their technician. They can call them, they'll come back out, and they'll take care of it with no extra charge.
Now, I know you're located in Hardin County, but where else do you service?
Well, we service all the surrounding counties, Meade, Nelson, Breck, Taylor, LaRue. We service about 9 different counties.
So, not that anybody wants insects in their home, but what are the most popular insect that you deal with?
We deal with, on a regular basis, spiders, ants, cockroaches, bed bugs, and mice.
Oh gosh,
and then we have a lot of seasonal insects. Ants during the summer, we have a lot more because of the rain, and then during the spring or during the fall time of the year, we get a lot of calls like on crickets in houses. During the winter, we get a lot of calls for spiders and also for mice or rodents.
And so, and you can help out with any of those types of insects and things.
Yes, with doing general maintenance, we can get it where you're not seeing anything.
Okay. I'm assuming annually there might be rise and falls of little critters or insects that might be a little bit more aggressive than before. Is that something that's common year to year?
Yes, I mean, we usually have one insect that will pop out each year, but generally right now that we have had probably more of an uptick right now are bed bugs, and we can take care of them. But it's a lot of prep work for the customers and for us.
I was going to say, anytime you get an infestation, it does take a little bit of time, correct?
Yes, one treatment for a heavy infestation will not take care of it.
Right. You were an athlete in high school. What sports did you participate in?
I played basketball. I ran cross country and ran track.
And your children, I know that they've also been very active.
Yes, I had a daughter that graduated in Elizabethtown in 2016. She was a swimmer. A daughter that graduated in 2019. She was a soccer player. And I have a son right now that's a junior at E-Town. He's playing basketball and soccer.
Wonderful. And want to congratulate your oldest daughter is a nurse. She's on the front lines.
Yes, she just graduated from University of Kentucky this past spring. She accepted a position at Vanderbilt University Hospital, and so she's down there right now working there at Vanderbilt.
I was going to say on the front lines, those first responders.
Yes, we're very proud of her. She's taken on a task, and we're glad that she's in that position right now.
Yeah, and it means so much to those that she's taking care of, and so that's phenomenal. Your middle daughter is going to become the next generation of E-Town Exterminator.
Yes, my daughter Abby, last year she told us that she wanted to come back into the company, and so this year she's been working this summer, working with a lot of my supervisors, learning how to sell. She's been working with me a lot on the management side of it and financial, and we're going to bring her up into the company, and so we're really excited about that.
I was going to say, it must have been a proud moment when she said she wanted to continue in that role.
Yes, and I always said that Abby was my dad made over. So it's exciting to see her to, when I came up into the company, my dad always said that I was going to bring it up to the next level. Now I look at Abby, and I believe she's going to bring it up to the next level for me.
That's wonderful. Now, people that would like to get in touch, what do they do?
Well, they can call us. Our phone number is 270-737-6900. Or our website is www.muggabug.com. That's muggabug.com.
Amazing. And really, the nice thing about it is you get to talk to a real person.
Yes, we have 4 wonderful administrative assistants in our office, and they will talk to you live.
It really makes a lot of difference. And you're in the communities that you serve. You really give back to that community. And why is that important to you?
Well, as a family-owned company here in the community and as a product of this community, I feel like to reinvest into the things like this in sports, athletics, or a lot of other programs that we invest into with the Hardin County school system and with the Elizabethtown Independent School System, that we can give opportunities to these kids that normally they wouldn't have money or the advantages of doing that. And as an athlete, I always look at giving back to these type of programs, because not only are they competing, but they're generating friends and longtime friends for years to come, and that's what's more important than anything is getting these bonds. And I look back, I still have great friends that I played basketball with, or I ran cross country or track with, and they're probably some of my closest friends. So that's the reason. That's the big reason why I like giving back to these programs. Just give them opportunities to be part of something.
Well, and developing those relationships, you know, from assigning a specific technician to a resident to taking care of those relationships that you've established in the community. It's really what it's all about. Well, thank you, Sean, for being such a wonderful sponsor for HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom's Live Channel 1 Sports. Without that support, we couldn't do what we do. And I just really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Well, now it's time to get back to our live sports coverage. So we're looking forward to seeing those athletes in action from all of our area schools. Hello, I'm Gina Ryan, Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television, and today we are talking with one of our longtime sponsors, Mark Harris Construction. He has been with us from the very beginning, his organization, and through the years it's with apartments and renovations and real estate, of course. And now we are joined by Regina Johnson, who is the property management for two of the items that we're promoting with Mark Harris Construction. Regina, tell us first, our audience, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a property manager for about 15 years, and so they stole me when they started building these two properties. So
that's probably a very good. So she said stole, so that you are a high priority.
Yes.
In terms of getting you on board. The two properties we want to discuss is the Black Branch Storage first. So tell us about that.
So there's 339 units. We have climate control units, you know, big, small, all different sizes. So you can store just about anything.
Can you pay by the month or annual or 6 months?
It's monthly, yeah, and it's gated, so everything is secure. There's an on-site kiosk where you can lease on site. There's no manager on site or anything like that. You can also lease online.
Well, that's really good with COVID running around and everything like that. So how long would it take to get a storage facility at that location?
In just a matter of minutes. You can just go to the kiosk, or you can go to blackbranchstorage.com and lease straight online.
Okay. And are those, I'm assuming that those fill up relatively quickly. A lot of people are needing those.
Yes.
So for those that may not be familiar with what goes into storage units, what are some of those items that people might put in storage?
Most people, you know, they store, if they're moving from if they sold a home and getting a new one, they'll just use it for a few months, you know, to store their household items. A lot of people store things that are just in their garage that they need to get out of the way. We have some who store old cars. And I mean, just about anything.
So I was going to say, it becomes, well, like you said, a perfect storage place.
Yes.
And rates are in the range, are in a comfortable range?
Yes, they're very competitive.
Okay, wonderful.
For sure.
And then another exciting part of Mark Harris Construction and Organization is the Winding Springs Apartments.
Yes.
Now, tell us where those are located.
They are on Nicholas Street, close to downtown, close to Highway 62, close to everything.
Okay. And what type of apartments in regards to bedrooms, things like that that are available?
These are all 2-bedroom, 2-bath luxury apartments. All the finishes are very modern and chic. It's going to be a gated community. We're very excited about it. We have one building open so far, and our next building will be open sometime in October.
Well, and if you've been down Highway 62 and you look over that area, they look amazing.
Yes, they're gorgeous.
And what types of amenities are available for those that will be living there?
We have a clubhouse. It's a huge clubhouse. We have one side for the office and one side for just the residents, tailored to our residents. We have a pool, and it's going to be gated. So we're going to be the only gated community in town. We're going to have a dog park, several other amenities.
That sounds fun. Now, are they fully furnished, or can individuals make them their own?
Both. We can have furnished apartments. We do a lot of corporate apartments for local places here in town. And then you can, of course, bring your own stuff.
Great. And how do people get additional information about leasing those apartments?
So you can go to WindingSpringsEtown.com. Or you can call 270-766-1155.
And is that process, does it take very long to do?
No, not at all. I'm very quick at responding.
And are they monthly or biannual?
The
yearly?
typical lease is a year. We will do shorter term leases, especially with corporate apartments.
Oh, so there are corporate apartments?
Yes.
Okay, so what might be that added incentive for a corporate apartment?
It's cheaper than a hotel. And you have more room. You have a kitchen, it's like home.
As I mentioned at the beginning, Mark Harris has been one of our very beginning sponsors, committed to what we do with HCEC-TV. And without that investment, we would not be able to carry the live local high school sports that we do. Right. And we do close to 80 a year. And it goes back to when Mark was an athlete in this local community, and his children were athletes in this community, and he is really committed to helping with that. So being a member of that organization, what would you like to add about that?
Well, I think that the owners, they're locally owned. They've been in this community for a very long time. They're committed to the community. They're committed to the surroundings, and they love to give back.
Well, Mark Harris Construction is definitely the embodiment of being active and involved in your community and supporting those around you. And we always appreciate all of those supporters and our sponsors. And again, without them, we couldn't do what we do.
Absolutely.
So, Regina, for our audience, just to remind them again, and if you didn't catch that, it's Regina and Gina. The Regina and Gina show today. How can people get in touch with you as property manager?
The best way is probably by phone, 270-766-1155, or email. It's regina@WindingSpringsEtown.com.
Okay, thank you, and wish you all a great leasing season, and also in filling up all those storage facilities and everything.
Yes, for sure.
So thank you for joining us, Regina. And thank you for watching our HCEC-TV, Brandenburg Telecom, live sports coverage. It's time to meet another of our wonderful sponsors with HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom's live sports coverage. Today we are joined by Whitney Ballou. She is a physical therapist at Physical Therapy Associates, which has been with us for many, many years, almost practically from the very beginning. And without their support, we could not do what we do in regards to our live sports coverage. Whitney, we are 6 feet apart, so we're going to remove our masks so you can hear us a little bit better and see our happy faces.
That's right.
So, Whitney, tell us about the history of Physical Therapy Associates.
I have been with the company for almost 5 years now. Guy Wallace, who is very well known in the community, started the company in 2002. We are up to 6 clinics now. Our clinic that we are in now in the Elizabethtown location has actually continued to grow. We add on and then we add on a little bit more. So growth is a good thing, especially with the economy the way that it is these days. It has grown not just employee-wise, obviously patient-wise, just the way that we use the building for A lot of the local sports, both school-related and the extracurriculars that people participate in. And the building is constantly in use with the turf that we have now too. So
right, that's awesome. The turf really provides well, it gives you extra space and gets you to do what you need to do. What types of services do you provide?
So we provide the obvious, the orthopedic related, the surgicals, those that are not surgical as well, just your general injury for the athletes that I know that you and I have specifically discussed. We treat a lot of neurological conditions from vertigo to dizziness, balance type issues. We work on a lot of gait with patients. Our turf provides a great area for us to do those types of things. We provide traction, dry needling, A-stem, which is just an instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization. We have a lot of services and a lot of different certifications within our licensed individuals that can provide a pretty good variety of treatments for our patients.
And with diabetic patients, there's some procedures
Correct.
that you provide too?
Neuropathy is something that we see quite a bit of. There is an anodyne treatment that we use with some of those patients. And then again, as far as the gait side that's related to a lot of those neuro problems, we use a lot of our turf for that as well.
COVID-19 has probably affected your business, so
Yes.
talk about what's been going on with COVID-19.
So all of physical therapy across the board was shut down for roughly a week, a little bit less than that just depending on what area you were in. They deemed us as non-essential to start. And then a lot of people went to bat for us, thankfully, saying that we are essential, which we definitely feel that we are. We were cut down to our caseload with just those urgent and emergent cases, which would be your surgical patients who needed to come to us so that they didn't end up worse than they were prior to surgery, fractures, really bad injuries that needed quick, if we didn't get to them quick, that they were going to be in a lot worse shape than they were off. So it cut us down quite a bit. We cut our caseload by probably 80%. We've slowly built that back up, so we're getting close to more what we would consider normal, but we can see a little bit of everything now, so we're thankful to be kind of free reign with everybody again.
Well, and in regards to delivery of service, I'm sure that you all have always taken protective,
Absolutely.
Whatever type of protection you need in terms of keeping both you and the patient safe and things. In regards to athletics, high school athletics, you used to think, oh, those high school athletes, those middle school athletes, even elementary school athletes, they're young, their bones heal, their muscles heal. How many of those patients do you see on a regular basis?
They do heal much quicker, but yes, they do still get hurt. That has actually gone down in number as well. The sports were cut back there for a while. People weren't getting out, so people weren't doing as much as they were prior to all this COVID stuff that occurred. And our caseload's getting back up to normal with that. Our kids make up, probably anywhere 25 to 50% of our caseload, just depending on the given time frame, sports seasons that we're in and things like that. It's definitely increased since the school sports have been allowed to play. I was not going to be surprised if we saw more, just because they weren't getting the time to practice and do things before they were playing games. But thankfully we haven't seen a whole lot of injuries, which is good for bad for business, but definitely good for the individual, and that's what we care about the most.
Awesome.
Yes.
You are a former high school athlete at Central Hardin High School.
Yes.
Just briefly talk about those years.
The glory days, as I like to call them. I played soccer and basketball both. I wouldn't trade those years for the world. I had very good coaches, very good teammates, and I just kept saying, I was telling patients and employers or our coworkers that I wouldn't trade those days for the world. So I can't imagine what some of these kids have gone through that haven't been able to play. They've missed out on not just senior years, but any year of high school, any year of middle school that you can't play those sports. That keeps so many kids not just out of trouble, but keeps them in shape, keeps the mental aspect of their lives in check too, which is so important. And I'm glad that they've been able to participate in a lot of those things now. I know there's still restrictions with it, but those are days that I wouldn't take away from my life, and I know that those kids wouldn't either. So I'm glad to see that they're back in session with a lot of that.
And with your sponsorship, we're able to bring live coverage to those that can't attend the sporting events because we're limited in number.
Correct.
They can watch that event at home, and
Right.
they can stream it, and they can share it, and so that's a huge benefit. When you were an athlete, did you notice HCEC-TV?
Oh yes, I did, absolutely. And that's such a good privilege for them, especially with having limited tickets. I come from a very large family, which we were just talking about, so thinking about my parents, my aunts and uncles that came to games, or even just friends, you've got so many classmates that you hope can be there. Again, that's part of the glory days, as I call them, your friends going and cheering you on. And so for them to at least be able to watch it and talk to the players about how they did, know what a great catch or what a great shot, those mean a lot to those players. So it's great that you all are able to provide that service.
Great, and it does give them a little bit of extra exposure.
Absolutely.
To the broader audience and things.
Absolutely.
Maybe a coach from a Division I or Division II might
Exactly.
check you out. So what about your commitment to the community? PTA is very involved. What are some of those things that you all really enjoy participating in?
So sponsorship is something that Guy Wallace is big on too. There's a lot of different recreational leagues that he's a part of from all of his kids that participate, but the marketing aspect, there's a lot that they're involved in with that as well. Our athletes are, I say, some of our prized possessions, but it's really great to be able to work with them, just to be able to see them get back on the field. Working with any patient is excellent, but when we can get our athletes specifically back to a school setting, whether it's just going to class because they can get off their crutches or get out of their wheelchair or get back on the field or court, it's great that we're able to play such a big role in that for them.
Awesome.
Yes.
For individuals that would like to contact physical therapy associates, what can they do?
They can call our office at 270-234-1569. We're open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday, so they can get in contact with us for that. We also rent out our turf. Well, we did pre-COVID, but we've got 5,400 square feet of turf facility that we also use for some of those recreational activities that hopefully once we get a little bit lifted on our restrictions that we're able to start incorporating that again as well.
Okay. And that turf application is really important. Mm-hmm. What I said it just gives you a wide open space, but what kinds of things take place in there?
It is great for our ACL patients specifically. We have them doing some very high level activities, some running, jogging, sprinting, a lot of agility type activities with ladders and hurdles. It's great for our neuro patients where we're doing gait and balance stuff, just trying to walk laps, working on getting from a walker to a cane, just being able to have that space where people can open up without feeling scared because we're too close to other tables or other patients and things like that. It's been great as far as COVID goes because the 6-foot rule has not been a problem. We are very spaced out, probably 20 feet between each table, which has been very nice. We actually added onto the turf initially, and then that didn't seem big enough, so we actually added on again. So we can also do throwing programs. We have the distance to be able to do those types of things. For our baseball and softball players, football players, of course, it's set up like an actual football field. We have the yards marked out, and it's nice to be able to work with that with them too.
I would say that physical therapy is one of those areas that has exploded in the last even decade.
Right.
When I was very young, you never heard, really, I didn't know of anyone that ever had gone through physical therapy. But now physical therapy extends to even the mindset and
Absolutely.
the emotional. So can you address that? Why do you think that has occurred?
Pain is perception. Everybody perceives it differently. Of course, pain tolerance is different across the board, but if you hurt, it absolutely changes your entire mental state. So our physical abilities will absolutely address our mental abilities throughout daily life, from work to just waking up in the mornings. I actually I wasn't super familiar with PT myself, even growing up around sports and, teammates tearing ACLs and spraining ankles and things like that. I went to school actually to be a dentist to start, so I thankfully had some great mentors that led me to PT with my background and my love for the body, the anatomy, and all of that stuff that I loved class-wise. But pain is perception, so it has just continued to grow. People realize how much of a benefit it is for maintenance in some cases, but most of all prevention. A lot of our athletes that we've talked about, prevention of those injuries, if we can stop it, especially with a lot of the sport isolation, people doing just 1 or 2 sports focused on that. Us growing up, like I said, I played 3 or 4 growing up, so that's kind of changed a little bit. People are tending to specialize, which is totally fine, but it will sometimes cause some more injuries.
And that specialization may cause one injury over and over again.
Correct, like we had also discussed. Yes, exactly. So we are continuing to grow, maybe because of that as far as the athletes go, but pain is perception, and I think that the more that we are able to get that out there and people realize how good it can be just for an everyday life, not just returning to sport or returning to work, I think the more that it gets out there, you tell your friend, and then everybody's like, oh, it can help a lot more than we think.
Well, I appreciate Guy Wallace, and I appreciate Physical Therapy Associates, and I appreciate all that PTA offers this community, and it's really, it's been phenomenal. And you're in a couple of different counties now too, correct?
Yes. And same to you all, by the way, for what you all do for the county. Yes, so we have the Elizabethtown Clinic, but then we also have Ratcliffe, we have Meade County, Hodgenville, Bardstown, and then a Louisville, South Louisville clinic as well.
Right, so easily accessible for anywhere you need to go,
right.
Contact PTA, and it's pretty easy to get a recommendation also.
Absolutely. We are actually a direct access state, so you can go to physical therapy without a doctor's order. Now, insurance would depend on some of those cases, but it's really easy to get physical therapy. All you got to do is call us.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you again, Whitney, for joining us, and thank you for joining us at home. We appreciate all of our sponsors on HCEC-TV for our live sports coverage. And without Physical Therapy Associates, please support them. We could not do what we do to bring these wonderful athletes into your home on a regular basis.
I am Kyler Barkley. I am with the Media Arts program in HCEC-TV. I am a third-year student, and today I am interviewing one of our longtime sponsors, President of West Point Bank, Josh Hubbard. Josh, tell us a little bit about West Point Bank and its history.
Yes, so West Point Bank was purchased by First Breckenridge Bank shares in the early 1980s. We were one facility there in West Point, and we've expanded from West Point into Upton, Glendale, Radcliffe, and Elizabethtown. So we have 5 locations throughout Hardin County, owned by First Breckenridge Bank shares, which owns several other banks throughout the Central Kentucky region. But West Point Bank is in Hardin County with one location in Upton, which is actually in LaRue County, but 4 branches in Hardin County and 1 in LaRue County.
Could you tell us a little bit about services offered new and old?
Absolutely. So West Point Bank is a full-service bank. We provide free checking accounts, savings accounts, certificates of deposit, IRAs. We also make loans for just about anything. 1 to 4 family, primary residence loans, farm loans, agricultural loans, multifamily, automobile loans, you name it, we can pretty much do it when it comes to banking. So we obviously, like I said, are a full-service bank.
Is there any specific areas of involvement in your community that the bank makes?
Yes, so we really strive to serve the communities that we operate in, primarily all of Hardin and the surrounding counties. We pride ourselves in our employees living, working, going to church in the communities that our banks are located in. So whether it be participating with HCEC-TV, doing the sports coverage, the Heartland Parade, West Point River Days, Glendale Spring Fest, Upton Days, just the Hooray for Heroes or the Radcliffe Mayor's Breakfast, whatever that may be, we really strive to be involved and give back to the communities that we serve.
So you were talking about community involvement and HCEC-TV sport coverage. Is there anything, are you passionate about covering sports?
Absolutely. So we've been a longtime sponsor of this programming. When I grew up in high school, when I was growing up in high school, I obviously played high school sports. My son plays high school sports. A lot of the employees who work for me, their children play high school sports. And I just think that sports are great for children of all ages. It teaches them a lot of things. One, how to be a good teammate. You need to be a good teammate in order to be a good employee. It teaches them accountability. It teaches them work ethic. I think it teaches them how to win and how to lose. Life can be hard. There's going to be ups and downs, and winning a game, losing a game, winning as a team, losing as a team. I think it just gives valuable insight to just life in general by playing sports.
I completely agree and understand, and we appreciate your sponsorship. Now, is there any other extra information you would like to let the viewing audience know?
Just in general, West Point Bank, like I said, we strive to provide the best possible customer service that we can provide. We are extremely enthusiastic about the communities that we serve, the citizens in those communities, and we would really like to be your bank and to establish a relationship with you if we don't have one, and if we do have a relationship with you, to just further expand upon that relationship. We are, again, strive to provide the absolute best customer service and just, are just thrilled to be a part of the community that we serve.
How can people get additional information about your bank? Do you have any sort of contact?
Yes, so we obviously, as I said earlier, we have 5 locations or 4 locations in Hardin County and 1 in LaRue County. So West Point, Radcliffe, Elizabethtown, Glendale, and Upton. You can follow us on Facebook. You can like our Facebook page. You can also visit us at westpointbank.com.
All right. Thank you again for your continued support. We wouldn't be able to do it without your support. Again, we appreciate you, and let's have a good season.
Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal helps keep America clean.
Got a car that needs to be scrapped? Older friction not working? We pay top dollar. Call Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling today. Family owned and operated for over 40 years.
Premier Metal Recycling Company, we even handled the unloading. Waddell's Auto and Scrap, now with 2 locations.
Do your part. Keep America clean.
Welcome back to the Elizabethtown Sports Park for tonight's 17th District boys soccer action. Tonight's ball game with the Central Hardin Bruins and the John Hardin Bulldogs. Our halftime score, Central Hardin 3, John Hardin 0. Scoring for Central Hardin tonight with 33-11 to go in the first half. Alex Lennon on a free kick put the ball in the back of the net. Wasn't long after that when Micah Brown put in 27:01 to go in the first half for the second goal, and then it was Nolan Thomas on a penalty kick after a handball in the box to give the Bruins their 3-0 lead. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We start the second half. It will be John Hardin with the first possession. Keepers for the second half. Jacob Weiss will stay in the goal for the Bulldogs. Aiden Allen will continue for the Bruins. Play this one back to Owens. So send up the right side. Trying to get it to Hamad. Terengi gets it to Zachary Allen. Back to Terengi. Now with it is Goodman. That goes actually off of Goodman and out. Should be a throw in Bulldogs. Went out into the fans. Owens comes up to throw this one in. Down the line to Hamad. That one's going to get out off of him. Throw in Bruins. Looks like it'll be Zachary Allen to throw this one in. So into Goodman. Back. Now Allen going to send it down the middle of the field over the head of Van Blyenberg. Roman now with it for the Bulldogs, knocked away. Micah Brown chips it forward, but Owens able to get back to it first. Hamad plays it to the center. Roman, that one's going to go off of Bowman. Baker heads it back. Roman going to try to send it out to the right side. Zachary Allen there, and it'll be Thomas who gathers control for the Bruins. Terengi into Lennon. Back outside for Thomas. Back to Terenge. He'll send it to the far side to Chenault. Chenault bring it near midfield and send it down the right side. It's going to go out and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Get it down the line, headed back that end. Lennon will send it across to Goodman. Thomas is there. Lays it back out, trying to get it to Bowman. Van Blyenberg now with it. Out comes, I'm going to say it's a corner kick as it goes off of the Bulldogs. I said Catout, actually that was Pena who it went off of. Brown gets it in quickly. Now Thomas with it, trying to keep it down there. It's going to be Romano with it. So let's try to send it to Hamad up the right side. Good job by Goodman to get it back. Now Zachary Allen with it. He'll chip it towards Owens. Owens got the chase to get this one. Owens still with it. Hamad gives it right back to Owens. Lennon back there with Owens. Owens going to cross. That goes over the end line and will be a goal kick for the Bruins. Allen will take this goal kick. 36:45 to go in the ball game. And Central on top 3-0. Terenge with it, send it down the middle of the field. Gets it to Brown. Pena there for the Bulldogs. Towards the middle. That one will be cleared by Sweeney. Throw in for the Bruins. And it'll be Zachary Allen to throw this one in. Into Goodman. When tried to send it, went off of Brown right to Owens for the Bulldogs. Zachary Allen going to get it back. Hasune will send it down the field. Terenge will gather this one in. Baker there for the Bulldogs. That's going to go off Baker. Throw in for the Bruins. Zachary Allen will throw this one in. Trying to get it to Brown. Brown does get it. He's going to get inside the box. Pena from behind him. Shot. And it's in. Micah Brown with his second goal of the night. 35-43 to go in the second half. That makes the score 4-0. Central Hardin now on top. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Subscribe to our channel and get all your local community sports and events. Owen's going to send it from one end to the other. Aiden Allen will just wait for it and pick it up. Lennon going to play this one back to Aiden Allen. Back outside to Terenge. Now to Zachary Allen. Goodman gets to that one, but it goes right to Catout. Goodman able to keep possession, gets it to the middle to Brown, played off there. Sweeney tried to get it, went off Bowman. Now Brown will send it forward for Goodman. Into the box. Owens gets there. It's going to go off of Owens and will go over the end line and will be a corner kick for the Bruins. Badstimner comes over to take this one. That one goes out off. Oh, they're going to say that one off of a Bruin, so it's going to be a goal kick. Owens will take this one. Again, this weekend, Central Hardin back in action as they will travel down to Bowling Green to take on Warren Central and Bowling Green High School. For John Hardin, their next game will be September 5th, so they will travel on post to take on the Fort Knox Eagles. That goes out off the Bruins, throw in for the Bulldogs. Ahmad to throw this one in, just drops it in for Hasune. Still in as it goes off the corner stick. I'm going to say this is going to be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Roman coming over to take this one. Shot right at Aiden Allen. That was from Jake Owens. Big high bounce. Owens will head it back out to Hamad. Now Roman with it to Baker in the middle. Asune, and then Baker is going to be too heavy of a touch over the inline and be a goal kick for the Bruins. Allen just lays it outside for Chenault. Up to Lennon. Baker takes a shot, and that one's right at Aiden Allen as well. A few shots that the Bulldogs have gotten off. Aiden Allen's positioned himself really well to make the save. Baker now gets it right back to Renge there for the Bruins. Try to pass it inside. Lennon will clear it out. It's going to go right to Catout. He'll leave it off for Owens. As Brown and Owens going after possession. Brown will now chip this one forward to Goodman. Catout there for the Bulldogs. Zachary Allen going to send this one in. And it doesn't go over the inline. Van Blyenberg, the only one really that didn't give up on the ball, able to keep it on this end, send it to the middle for Brown. And that's going to be cleared by Owens. It'll go out and be a throw in for the Bruins. Terenge to throw this one in right down the line. Thomas now with it. Brown going to head it into the box. Owens gets there first. He'll send it out. It'll be another throw in for the Bruins. Zachary Allen again to throw this one in.
Central Hardin substitution coming in as Bruin number 12, Alex Arqueta.
.30 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the ball game. Catout plays that out. It'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Brown looks like he's going to take it. Real quickly. Into the front of the box, gets through, out the other side, off of a Bruin, and it'll be a John Hardin goal kick. Owens again to take this one. Owens down the middle of the field. Bowman is there. Get it back to the inside. Lennon. That was just going to be too heavy a touch for Brown to get to. And then across the end line to be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Weiss will take this one for John Hardin. Brown with it, back to Bowman. Be cleared by Sweeney. Aiden Allen going to come all the way to the edge of the box. It gets in there. They get it and roll it out pretty quickly to Lennon. Lennon gets it to Thomas. Thomas keeps possession, send it to the outside. Wingate almost got to it. That's Catout there. Or sorry, no, that was Roman. Gets away from him. Brown streaking down the right side. Stops. Cleared that time by Pena. That'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Quickly in. Crossed. Owens there. Van Bleinberg not able to get to it. Chenault heads it back the other way. Bowman now has it. He'll lay it back for Lennon. Lennon going to send it to the outside for Zachary Allen, who sends it back to Ringay. Now Thomas with it to Zachary Allen. Lennon gets it on the left side to pass Catout, but Owens there. That one off of Argueta will be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Owens to throw this one in. It's to Hasune. Sends it forward for Hamad. That one's out off of Central Hardin. Hamad quickly up with it. Drops it in for Roman. Thomas now with it for Central, but plays it out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Roman going to throw it down towards Baker. Baker goes to the corner. He's going to cross there. Hamad just past him. Hasune takes the shot. That'll go over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. It'll be Roman that'll go over to take this one. This one low into the box, headed out by, I believe that was Brown. Bowman now with it. Asune plays it back. And goes out and will be a throw-in for the Bruins.
Central Hardin substitutions. Coming in is Bruin number 17, Carter Comley. Bruin number 23, Camden Reed. And Bruin number 15, Jacob Hasty.
25-33 to go in the ball game. 4-0 score. 3 goals in the first half for the Bruins, 1 here in the second half. We played back to Aiden Allen. Tucker trying to get to that one. Van Bleinberg gets there first, not able to control it. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Tucker going to throw it down the line to Baker. Thomas kind of escorts that one. Able to get to it before, or Aiden Allen's able to get to it before Baker does. Aiden Allen will punt that one away. Pena stopped it. Bowman now with it. He'll lay it off for Comley. Conley going to send it to the outside. Reed sends it up to Brown, and that shot's going to go high and over. It'll be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Owens will take this one. So down the right side, Hasty and Terenge kind of escort that one in. Aiden Allen quickly up, throws it to Hasty. Asune there for. Hasty to throw this one in to Argueta. He's going to go out, throw in for the Bulldogs. Catout to throw this one in. Roman and Hasty got together, then Baker outside for Tucker. Terenge gets there. They send it back down the middle the other way. Owens for the Bulldogs. Now Pena back to Owens. And Argueta going to keep it down on this end, racing after it. Able to keep it in on the far side. Stops. It's back towards the end line. That's going to go off of Sweeney, and that'll be a corner kick for the Bruins.
Central Hardin substitution coming in as Bruin, number 7, Devin Bogan.
Still haven't seen a Bruin go towards the corner. That'll be Micah Brown. Devin Bogan now into the game. Sorry, I had a different name on my roster. Shot by Thomas, something sent back out. Brown again takes the shot. They're having an offsides call on the Bruins. Owens again to take this goal kick. Conley now with it. Back to Chenault. Chenault will play it all the way back to Aiden Allen. Outside to Terenge. Conley outside for Hasty. Hasty gets that one out. It'll be a throw in. John Hardin. Hasane to send this one in to Ahmad. Now Owens with it. Hasty will follow Owens down into the corner. Cross there. It goes off Thomas. I believe Jake Owens has a cramp. That one will go out off Ahmad. So 20:32 to go in the ball game. Owens going to go off on his own power. So it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. And as Owens gets to the sidelines, it is a cramp. That one goes off Argueta. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Catout to send this one in. One goes off Hasane. Hasty now to throw this one in. Go down the line trying to get it to Bogan. It'll go out. It'll be another throw in for the Bruins. Hasty again to take this one. Headed back out. Hasty will keep it in play. Asune there for the Bruins, or sorry, the Bulldogs. Catout kicks it out. Hasty again with the throw in. He's going to throw this one into the box. Baker heads it. It'll be sent down the line. Turinga gets to it first. Bowman plays it back to Chenault. Send it out the other side. Reed now with it. Francis plays it back up, but Thomas will be the first Bruin to it. Back to Chenault. He'll play it back to Aiden Allen. Now Turinga with it. It goes off Hasune. Thomas now with it in the middle of the field. Is going to chip it forward, trying to get it for Argueta. Argueta just out in front of the defender. Takes a shot. It's good. Alex Argueta, his first goal of the night with 18:56 to go in the ball game. They score 5-0. This is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, Blue Ribbon Renovations, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. 5-0 our score now.
That Central Hardin goal was by Bruin number 12, Alex Argueta.
Assist on that to Nolan Thomas. Able to keep it in. Conley getting over to Bogan. Sends it down. I'll go over the in line and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs.
Central Hardin substitution coming in as Bruin number 16, Alex Lennon.
Sweeney to take this one down the middle of the field. Lennon stops it right at midfield. Now I'm going to play it back to Turinga. Send it to the other side for Chenault. Chenault going to get it up to Micah Brown. To Bowman now. Bowman trying to get to Conley. Hamad stepped in the way. Brown now with it, turns, shot, and that'll go wide right and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. It seems like Jacob Weiss is favoring, I think, his right leg. Not sure if he's catching a cramp either. Conley will send it back for Chenault. Now Bowman with it. Lays it off on the outside. Crossed. Goes through Thomas. Lennon tried to take a big shot at it. Just tipped it. Now does take a shot, and Weiss with the save. So Weiss will punt this one away. That'll be sent down the right side. Hasty just kind of escorts it until Aiden Allen can pick it up. That's it. Back to the outside. Turinga gets to that one. Try to get this one to Bogan. Conley sends it outside for Chenault. Continues with it all the way down the field. The Bulldogs get it back. It's going to go off of a Bruin. It'll be a Bulldog throw in. Sweeney will come up and throw this one in. Thomas again with it. Chips this one forward. This time Weiss was out near the line. Reed now going to play this one back. Neese almost gets there for the Bulldogs. Aiden Allen will send that one the right side. And it goes out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Quickly throwing it in. Comley now with it at the top of the box. His shot, diving stop by Weiss. Reminder, tomorrow night we're back on the air, 7:30. So it'll be football action as the North Hardin Trojans will host the Manual Crimson, which Paul Gray will bring you all that action. Good talent to throw this one in. Bogan now with it in the middle of the field. Roman there along with Hamad. Tries to shoot. That one goes off Pena. Bowman to the outside. Now Reed with it. I believe it's Roman that got it back for the Bulldogs. That'll be a foul and free kick for John Hardin. Oh, I said Roman. That was Francis. So we sent into the box. Hit high in the air. Now Hamad and Conley go after it outside to Hasty. Conley now get it right back. Hamad there, send it down the line. Gets out there for the Bulldogs. He'll send it out. It'll be a throw in. After we get in, there's 5 Bruins checking into the lineup.
Jackson Kist, number 4 Edgar Rodriguez, and number 8 Jonathan Bland. Go Jonathan.
Rodriguez throws this one in for the Bruins. To Conley. Land back outside. That'll be cleared by Catout. Neese actually heads it back the other direction. Rodriguez again with it towards the middle. That'll be cleared by Baker. Trevus will track this one down. Goes out. Throw in for the Bruins. Throw it back into Aiden Allen. Plays it out to Terenge. Now Lennon with it. Francis and Bland going after the ball. Throw in for the Bulldogs. .23 to go in the ball game. That's Thomas on the far side with it. Sends it up the field. And Bleinberg chips it to the outside. Now he's going to send it down into the corner. Baker there for the Bulldogs. And Bleinberg stops it. Trying to get it to Bland. Not a clean hit by Comley on it. Thomas will get it and send it towards the outside. I believe that was Tucker that headed it back for the Bulldogs. Now Lennon with it. Right back to Comley. Back to Trevus and around to Terenge. Gets it to Kist. Now Thomas with it. Thomas takes a shot. Off the crossbar, high in the air, coming in. Kist misplays that one. It was Catout that will clear it for John Hardin. And Lennon now with it. Just trying to line one up. Pena will clear that. Comley now with it as Hamad comes over. They foul there. It'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Looks like Alex Lennon will be the Bruin that will take this one. It's going to go towards the right side of the goal. Gets all the way through, and it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs.
Coming in is Bruin number 20, Alex Nelson, and Bruin number 19, Peyton Grimes.
Thomas gets that one first for the Bruins. Van Blyenberg now with it. That one's taken away. Might have a card here. There'll be a card on Van Blyenberg. He'll trot off the field. Yellow card issued. I think it was Noah Goodman that stepped back in. Yep, he's on the field now. Roman to take this one. Right down the center of the field. Headed out by Trebus. Goodman misplays that one out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Quickly going to throw it in to Owens. Bland now with the ball for the Bruins. Trebus now will lay it to the outside for Rodriguez. Terenge going to play this one all the way back to Aiden Allen. Terenge again back to Aiden Allen. To Lennon on the far side. Quickly racing up the far side. Because that'll be a Bulldog throw in. Linden comes up to get that one to Kist. That one's cleared out by the Bulldogs. Trebus will keep it on this end. Linden right back to Terenge. Nelson across to Thomas. Bland with it back towards the middle. Owens gets it back for the Bulldogs. 6:44 to go in the ball game. As soon as he comes to take it, Terenge heads it towards the outside. Rodriguez is there. And that goes out. It'll be a throw in for, should have been a throw in for Central, but John Hardin threw it in quickly. No one stopped him. Terenge will send it back up the field. Owens there. Seeing Nelson get tied up. It'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Terenge will take this one. Goodman will play this one back. They sit into the box. Weiss comes up to it. Shot just wide to the right. That one from Kist. Like I said, it went off of a Bulldog, so it'll be a Bruin corner kick.
Also coming in is Bruin number 0, Luke Hardin.
Bad Stimner will head over to take this corner kick. Low. That one headed out. And be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Baker to take this one. Yeah, the next ball games for both these clubs. For John Hardin, it'll be on Monday as they travel to Fort Knox to take on the Eagles. And for Central Hardin, Saturday they will head down to Bowling Green. So they will play 2 games. First game against Warren Central. Second game is against Bowling Green High School. Kist with the ball. Catout in front of him. That goes off Catout. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Kist quickly up with it. Gets it into Rodriguez. Rodriguez right back to Kist. Able to cross there. It'll be cleared by the Bulldogs. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Rodriguez quickly into Kist. Tried to cross it, it'll head back out near midfield. Bad Stimner sends it back to the outside for Rodriguez. Roman now with it for John Hardin to Owens. Owens keeps possession. Thomas following him to Baker. Sends it. Trying to get it Hamad. I believe that's who it's going to go off of. Throw in for the Bruins.
Coming in is Bruin number 6, Zach Wilkinson, and number 9, Ryder Bowman.
Throw in for Central Hardin. That goes out. It'll be another throw in. Grimes to throw this one in. Owens now with it. He's going to send it forward. That's going to go beyond all the offensive players and all the way into the box. Aiden Allen will pick it up. Punts this one down the left side. Zach Wilkinson. Throw in for Bulldogs. Catout to send this one in. Baker now with it to Roman. Back outside to Owens. Bad Stibner now has it for Central. Trying to get it to Kist. Just trying to get it outside. Goodman will play it back. Shot by Thomas. Diving stop by Weiss. Kist comes in, has the rebound. Trying to find a spot. Shot just wide right. Maybe another goal kick for the Bulldogs. 1:45 to go in the ballgame. Baker to take this goal kick. Bad Stibner keeps it for Central. Bowman now with it to Thomas. Outside to Grimes. Trying to get it to Goodman. That goes off the Bulldogs. So the 1 minute mark. Thomas again with the ball to Bowman. Trying to get it to Kist. Weiss will come up and kick that one out. Trebus will send it back the other way, and that's going to go out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. And with 25 seconds, they stop the clock. I believe it's for Weiss. He was down on one knee. So a throw in for the Bulldogs. That one go out. Throw in for Central Hardin.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
A missed touch, and we're under 10 seconds. So our final, Central Hardin moves to 5-2-2 on the season, while the Bulldogs drop to 0-5-1. Our final score here: Central Hardin 5 and John Hardin 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 off Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Again, a reminder, we're back on the air tomorrow night at 7:30 as it'll be football action, as the North Hardin Trojans will host the Manual Crimsons. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV that make this possible, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.